Well, the costs of establishing a multi-party funding unit within the IEC will be unaffordable and exorbitant. The IEC and Treasury say that at least 11 million rand in initial funds to set up a fully staffed unit will be needed. They were briefing Parliament's ad hoc committee on the funding of political parties and the financial implications of the bill that seeks to establish political party funding.
The bill also seeks to regulate private political party funding. Bad news is that the Treasury has no money to start the process of establishing the unit that will be responsible to manage this initiative. Besides the initial 11 million rands for personnel, more money will still be needed for other operational processes.
In addition to those proposed personnel expenses, there's approximately 34 million that will be required for administrative expenses and the acquisition of assets. For instance, office rentals, telecommunications, subsistence travel, advertising, conferences and workshops, to workshop together with political parties, because you can't just introduce a regulatory framework of this magnitude without embodying that with political parties.
While in principle most political parties are not opposed to the idea, they however expressed reservations about the bureaucratic nature of the proposed structure that will manage the funding.
It seems to me that what we're doing is we're spending 20 million rands in year one, and we're spending whatever it is year two, and then 37 million in year three, in order to set up a bureaucracy to administer a fund that is no bigger or smaller than the pool that we had before.
The schematic indication that you've given to us in terms of creating this unit, it seems to me a bit big, with all due respect. It looks like a huge kind of thing. And if you look at the level of the appointments, you start on level 15, 14, those are very serious senior positions. Is that really necessary? Is that what you need to do?
And I don't believe that, as Honorable Mulder says, that it's necessary to have a CEO straight away. You could have some other structure there with the existing staff that you have that are distributing funds already to do the advertising, etc. And we see how it goes.
We don't want to have a multi-party democracy fund that is not bringing us money in. And we don't want to be spending 10 million rand on salaries that is just wasted money, where people are sitting there doing nothing.
The IEC want to convince the private sector to partner with them in contributing to the fund. The objective is to sustain the funding without burdening taxpayers with costs. Manilisi Tubase, SABC News, Parliament.